uh, I just wanted to tell you a couple of things that I like to do to kind of get my mind off of what's bothering me, what eases my anxiety, what helps me get out of my depression. You know, I don't rely heavily on medication when I first had it, before I did, but now I don't take it, which is good. But if there ever comes a time where I do need to take it, so be it. But for right now, I've done really great when it comes to managing how I deal with my depression and anxiety. One thing that I do is walking. Walking has been great, something that I just recently picked up. I walk twice a day. One when I take my kids out for a walk at the daycare, and then two is when I go walking with my dad. And that helps both of us when it comes to my anxiety, and for him with his condition, it helps him strengthen his heart, and it helps me with my anxiety, getting out, getting some fresh air, looking at the scenery. We might do like up and down our street a couple times, and it's a great way to get some exercise into. The past couple of days have been a little fuzzy with the rain and um with the cold, but it's supposed to be really nice upcoming weeks. So upcoming week, so I'm gonna go out there, get back out there. I'm gonna make them walk with me. Another thing I like to do is paint. I just took that up. I took painting up when we were quarantined. I didn't know what else to do, and I was going crazy. So when we were quarantined, I picked up painting, and I realized painting is a very great stress reliever. Painting is a great way to pass the time. It eases my anxiety. It kind of motivates me to do what I want to do again. Um, I started off just painting random stuff, but then I started painting how I felt, and a lot of my paintings were like paintings of girls crying. And my mom was like, "You paint a lot of sad stuff." I know, because I paint how I feel. And then I started like looking up pictures that I can draw. Like I painted a girl who was wearing a army hat, so that was pretty cool. I did a couple Winnie the Pooh. There's a Sailor Venus one that I made for my best friend for her birthday, but I ended up liking that one too much, so I just painted her another one because I really like that one. I actually have a Sailor Mars one that I painted because Sailor Mars is my favorite Sailor Scout. When I went to Japan and I went to the Sailor Moon Cafe and they performed, I was screaming my lungs out when I heard Sailor Moon and I saw her. She was so beautiful. And there's a couple other paintings. They're not the best, but they're great straight, sorry, stress relievers. Watermelons that I painted. I painted a couple of like ones with two people interlocking their pinkies together. I did one with a girl walking in the rain, and I did one of a full face. This one was the most challenging one, believe it or not, because I couldn't get her hair to fall right. But this is one of my favorite ones so far. I have so many paintings. It's too many that I can't hang up on my wall. But I have tons of paintings that I did. Very great way to relieve stress. Another thing that I like to do, I'm not a big gamer. Like my sister, my brothers, like they can game all they want. The only thing I game is my Sims 4 game. That is the only thing that I like to watch, like YouTubers or gamers. Like I like to watch their streams. But me personally, I just play my Sims 4 game. All of my different families, all these different stories that I created. It passes the time. It makes me so happy. I don't know how many things I have. I know I have too many because my loading screen takes forever. And they say if you have like 100 or more, then your loading screen is gonna lag. It lags. It's like a good 2-3 minutes before I can actually play my game. But I still have fun. That's the only gaming that I do. Only gaming that I do. I also like to watch movies. Hands down, favorite Disney movie, two actually, is Mulan and Princess and the Frog. I can quote both movies and do the background noises. I don't care if people judge me. They're my favorite Disney movies. I like to watch anime. One of my favorite animes. I recently just got into anime, so I'm not like a hardcore anime fan, but I watched Fairy Tale, and I have to say that's one of my favorites so far. I've seen Black Butler now. Like I've haven't watched any of like the older animes, but I will get to them. I watch K dramas. I'm on like three different K dramas right now. I watch Chinese dramas. I like to watch BL dramas. I like them all. I'm on like 15 different ones, like Chinese drama, like three K dramas. I'm on two BL dramas. They're very great. I love them. I love it so much. I'm actually trying to take up a language, which is Korean, because I'm planning on going to Korea when this is over with, and I could travel again. I'll listen to enough K-pop. I watch enough Korean dramas. I can pick up certain phrases and words, but I'm actually learning it through an app, and it's pretty cool. I like to use it, so I'm actually picking that up. That is great as well. I like to read, whether it's fan fictions, whether it's going to the library to pick a book. There's so many different things that I like to do that eases all of my stress and my worries, my anxiety, my depressions, and I feel like everyone should find something to do to help them. Whether it's talking to someone, even if you can't speak to someone, write it down on pen and paper. Get those thoughts out. Let it be out in the open. Because I promise, if you get those thoughts out on pen and paper, it's going to be great. I used to write poetry. I don't write it anymore, but I used to write poetry, and it was great because I got those thoughts out of my head. So writing it doesn't have to be a poetry. It could just be jotting down how you feel, and that is perfectly okay. We are precious cargo. We are beautiful creatures. Like I said before, we have to put our well-being first. Sometimes we have to step back and let other people. Sometimes we have to be selfish and just focus on us. Sometimes we have to say, "Hey, I'm sorry, I can't do this right now. I have to focus on me." Because your mind and your body and your spirit is important. We have to be the wonderful creatures we know we can be, the wonderful souls I know we can be. And even though we have tough times, even though we may seem like whatever, whether it's something good or bad, even though it might be scary sometimes, even if we feel like we might have baggage, we are beautiful. There's just something different about us, and that's okay. That doesn't make us less of a person. We might have good days, we might have bad days, we might have bad weeks, but that is okay. As long as we find certain things to do, and of course, that are going to be stressors, of course, that are going to be things that are going to just trigger those moments. But as long as we have something that's going to help us get out of that state, I feel like we'll be okay. Because I know I have my stressors. I know I have things that are going to trigger me, and it sucks. And it feels very overwhelming, and it feels like I don't know what to do, and it may feel like all is lost. But find those words that'll help you calm down even for a little bit. For me, like I said before, I always say, "This too shall pass." I take a deep breath in and out. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. Find something that's going to bring us at ease. And when you're at that level, if you're out in the open and you start having one of those moments, find something that's going to calm you down long enough to when you get home, you can just let it out. Find something to do. Get yourself moving again. Go for a walk. Talk to a friend. Paint. Knit. Exercise. Dance. Sing. Anything that is going to keep you moving. To be honest, I collect a lot of BT21 stuff, mostly Tata and Koya, just simply because I love Tata because B is my bias, and I love Koya because Koya is a koala. Koalas are my favorite animals, and I love RM too. But we have to take care of ourselves, and we have to be selfish, and we have to be happy, and there's nothing wrong with that. We all deserve happiness.